Wake up Sunday morning, gotta cut my grasses. Gotta get it looking tight before Bernice starts asking, do you want some almond crunch or go to jazz brunch? Oh no, baby doll, I want a big plate lunch. Watch your Ridge Road, I'm about to roll. I'm about to hit line yours for that buffet to go. Hit the roundabout, then I'm headed backside. You know what to do, and you know what it's about. It's about the play lunch attack, it's about the play lunch.
Man, how y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in to Nonk Chauz brand new podcast, and we'd like to thank all y'all for listening. Well, but I need y'all help. Right now, our little podcast net is only about 4 feet long and 4 feet wide. When y'all know that's not enough to catch shrimp to fill up an ice chest. We're trying to make our podcast net grow so we can fill up and get our limit. So please tell your cousins, your parents, your nannies, the taunts and knocks to tune in to Nonk Chauz WEA podcast.
You can't put too much and you can't overdo it. Now fill me to the top and put my gravy on the side. Cause when I hit them curves, I don't want that in my ride. And don't forget the spark, cause I ain't doing dishes.
If you got a stuff or chop, then you're granted all my wish.
I eat peachy paws, mollytons, lima beans. I eat everything you got, even collard greens. So if your tripe is right and your pulse is on, you can bet.
Welcome back to another episode of Nonk Chauz WEA podcast. I'm Dolla Dawg, hot shotting from Delcom to Dulac every damn day. And I'm with your host, Nonk Chauz, once considered the fastest man in rubber boots. Today we're going to have the Cajun Word of the day and news with Dolla Dawg.
I'm a play lunch popper. I'm a short and stopper.
No, welcome back.
Well, man, I'm sure glad to be back. I've been gone for a while, and apologize. We hadn't been able to throw the podcast net out lately.
Oh, so we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to catch up.
Well, let me tell you, man, you're never gonna guess where I went, me.
Where you went, Chef?
I had to go all the way up to New York.
New York City?
New York City, like them cows said on the Salsa commercial.
Now, that's past Shreveport?
It's way up north by Shreveport.
Man, Chef, you drove up there?
I know where to fly. My buddy has a nice crop duster. We flew halfway there. We stopped in North Carolina. We got some more gas and everything. Took us a little nap, and then we flew. Ran into some pretty bad weather up there. But my little niece Beatrice, she had a little school trip over there. Some kind of little award ceremony and program and a concert and all that. So I went up there with Bernice, and man, but you're never gonna guess it. We saw all kind of stuff. We saw the Statue of Liberty.
I want to see that.
Yeah, she looks good for her age. She's pretty. She's kind of thick, but she's pretty. We passed in front of the Freedom Tower. We saw the Empire State Building. We went to the Times Square. And talk about have to walk everywhere, yeah. And it's chock-a-block full on the streets. I had asked one of the cops. I said, "Man, excusez-moi." I said, "Y'all about to have a Mardi Gras parade or something?" And he said, "What you called me?" I said, "Oh no," and he took his stick out. He said, don't call me a Mardi Gras." I said, "Man, no." I said, "I wanted to know if y'all having a Mardi Gras parade, a parade." I finally got somebody to tell me. They said they don't even have Mardi Gras. They don't even do Mardi Gras over there. I asked them what all the people were on the streets for, and they just look at me silly. So I don't know. I think maybe they have some their cars. They might have a lot of car problems over there. And everybody walks everywhere, you see.
Everywhere?
Yeah, and everything's tall like that. And out of all the stuff I saw, the Broadway and all that, the one place that really stood out to me, well, y'all heard of the Rockefeller Refuge. Yeah, that's where we go crabbing and all that. Well, the headquarters that runs the refuge is way up there. Could you believe that? I would have never thought that.
In New York City?
In New York City, it's called the Rockefeller Center. Big old tall building. I went on top of there, and that was exciting. They didn't have no places to actually crab there, and I asked some people. They said that in one of the restaurants you could probably order a crab dinner but they're not bald. They do some kind of fancy crabs. I guess being that is the national headquarters for the refuge, they maybe they don't do that. But, man, I don't know why. But they don't actually crab there. But I think that's where they do all their paperwork. You see.
Oh, a lot of
And that was
paperwork.
that was probably my most exciting thing to see while I was there.
Did you get to meet Mr. Rockefeller?
Man, no, I don't think it's an actual person. I think it's just an organization. Cause see, they had what I was told when I was little. I had asked why they named it the Rockefeller Refuge, and they said they had a couple fellas that own some rock companies. Like Domain Sand and Gravel and all that kind of stuff. They got together and they donated a bunch of rocks to put around that body of water. And so they just called it Rockefeller.
Oh, that makes sense. So
yeah.
What else did you see out there?
I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of traffic. And I tell you what, on all them tall buildings, I would go on top and stuff like that. I said, boy, this would make a nice deer stand. But there's no grass over there.
Is there ducks or deer?
I know, that's what I don't understand. They build all them high buildings to see far. You don't even see any grass. Man, how they gonna have deer? And what I think happened was, a long time ago, when they had started the refuge center, they probably had a lot of deer. And what they started doing is building bigger and bigger and bigger tree stands. And they started making little hunting clubs, and then over the course of time, they ate up all that land, and they had too many hunting camps and all them tall stands, them hooches, and they didn't have nowhere else to hunt.
So what they call New York? Is that the Big Apple?
Yeah, the Grand Palm.
Do you saw any apples?
I know there was no apples over there either. I was so confused. They had a lot of people on the sides of the roads, but there was no parades. They call it the Grand Palm. I didn't see one apple stand, not an apple tree in sight.
Did they have any Cajun food? Could you get what you eat?
Man, no, they had all kind. That's a good idea. Maybe you and Todd Savoy from Remodeling by Todd Savoy can maybe open a Cajun food stand. Maybe call it Cajun Food Stand by Dolla Dawg and Todd Savoy, by Dolla Dawg and Todd Savoy, put out there maybe, because all they had some like Greek. They had a lot of like Greek food truck, like little stands, food trucks. They had some pizza places. We went. They had a spaghetti place, some Italian food, and they had a they called it Chinatown, a little part of the city that was just China stuff. So I guess they just a bunch of stores that sold Chinaware, like dishes and stuff.
Yeah, Chinese buffets.
Oh well, maybe they might have had a Chinese buffet, but I thought maybe they sold China. You know how your mama puts the fine China in the China hut?
Yeah, well, she don't have any, but it all broke in Hurricane Katrina.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Is that why y'all been using paper plates?
Well, we've always used paper plates. She had them nice 3 dishes, nice China dishes that we always looked at. One of Dale Earnhardt Sr., one of Jeff Gordon, another plate had a nativity scene with Willie Nelson as little baby Jesus.
Well, is that now you, your mom, and your sister, y'all always use the same plate each, or y'all would just whoever got to it first got to use those, or
that was just the good stuff. We never got to use that. That was always put up.
Okay.
You can't use Dale Earnhardt and the Jeff Gordon plates, and then that nativity scene with Willie Nelson. I mean, that's beautiful to see. That was always lit up.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry to hear about y'all loss with them dishes and
they're beautiful plates.
I know they got a Lee Greenwood set on sale at Service Merchandise. Maybe y'all can swing by and put that on layaway. Put that back in y'all cabinet.
Yeah, that'd be nice. My mom would start crying probably.
Yeah,
Well, while you were gone, I got into a little endeavor myself, yeah.
Man, come on.
Yeah, I went up to Bogalusa the other weekend.
You got you some watermelons?
And I got into I'm starting to train. I got into that Bogalusa underground arm wrestling competition.
Man, come on. You did good, Dad?
No,
And you made some money?
no, I lost.
Man, well, you keep your head up out there, and maybe you can get you a little. You ever seen that movie Over the Top?
That's what got me into it. That's why I went up there.
Yeah, he got him a little workout machine in his truck. So when you're hot shotting, you gotta work out with that little machine.
That's what I'm about to start doing. I'm gonna bring me a 10-pound weight. But them boys, them Bogalusa boys, they don't mess around. I think all they do all day long is eat boudin because them arms are big.
You got some big arms. Now I tell you what, everybody says in Bogalusa they got the best watermelons.
I heard that. But
And I know people that drive down there on certain times of the year to get the biggest and the freshest watermelons.
well,
You see.
I do hot shot them seedless watermelons down here every now and then. I get one of them gigs if the price is just right. But it has to be just right per pound, you know. And then sometimes they might have them yellow watermelons.
Yeah, they got all kind of hybrids now.
Yeah,
I always wondered how they made the seedless watermelons grow.
I don't know. That's technology beyond me, Sha.
Yeah, it's probably them computers. They
Yeah,
probably do that with them computers.
I don't know how they
like
do
that.
that, but they're good though.
Oh man, yeah, they good.
They're good cold watermelon, Sha. Yeah, but
Oh,
that arm wrestling, choo, them boys, the underground arm wrestling competition, them boys, they got some serious boys there.
don't want to
Real
tear you.
money, Sha.
Now, Dolla Dawg, you use your driving arm a lot. That's how you make your money, with your driving arm, with your strong arm. You arm wrestle with your weak hand. That way, you don't want to injure your driving hand.
Well, I'm right-handed. Me, everything I do is right-handed.
Yeah, I just want you to be careful because I care about you, and your hot shot Hammerhead Hot Shot Company. If you hurt that strong arm, that's something to think about.
Yeah, I probably won't do that again. But you were out of town. I didn't have nothing to do, me, so that's what I went up there for.
Well, man, you know what frustrated me while I hadn't talked to you in a while.
What's that, Sha?
Nonk likes to watch him a little basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Got me a couple of little nephews that play. I follow that basketball. I've been known to dunk on some people in Girard Park sometimes and stuff like that. But man, the Chicago Bulls, okay, they got a Cajun man that coaches that team.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Man, you know what they call him on the Big Shot radios and them?
I don't know.
Tom Thibodeau.
Tom, huh?
Thibodeau.
Thibodeau.
Tom Thibodeau.
It sounds like you got a speech impediment.
Well, I'm telling you, next time you're watching ESPN or one of them channels, that's how they say that. So I don't know if that's something that maybe we can get maybe Bernice or Beatrice or somebody like that can maybe look that up, and I could talk to somebody about helping them people, because then they mispronouncing that man's name. And that man worked hard to get where he's at from here all the way up there to coach them boys in that little basketball team. And now that just because he's Cajun, they want to make fun of him and not pronounce his name because they say that we spelled it wrong, but that's how we spell it. So why are they going to take that out on that man? He's been coaching. He started coaching in Sly Style on the weekends. He moved up. He moved to high school. Then he moved into a Lafayette Technical College. Then he went to a real college, and he finally make it to the big times, and they want to make fun of him.
That's what they do.
I hope he wins the whole thing.
Well,
I hope he wins the whole tournament.
Over the Pelicans?
Well, the Pelicans, they all hurt. All their wings all clipped. Man, they got about 8 starters hurt. I don't know if maybe they got poison ivy. Maybe they was cleaning out a back fence around the gym or something. But the other day they were missing almost all their players.
Why didn't you go try and walk on?
Well, Nonk's getting old. I don't have the quick step I used to have.
Well, I remember you used to have the crossover and the fade.
Well, I used to have a couple little moves. I had the Kinkton Kush crossover, some things like that. And Nonk can still play at a high level. It's just they got so much work to do around the house, and I'm tired of going and bailing out the Pelicans. I bailed the Saints out in the early '90s. One of my friends, Bobby. I don't know if you familiar with Bobby Hebert.
Oh, who's not
Yeah.
familiar with Bobby Hebert, Sha?
Yeah, we used to work construction together when we were younger, and he had called me to bail him out over there. They needed some help. I bailed him out, and I'm tired of driving all the way to New Orleans, burning all my gas for a little bit of money. And you know, when I got real work to do, I
just for
got
Louisiana pride, though.
and yeah. Well, I do it for the pride, and I don't mind. But you know, I gotta tend to my garden. I got stuff to do over here. I got a little, you know, my old lady. She needs me over here to help with stuff around the house, and I don't have time to be married with all that all the time. You know, them young kids, they wanted, oh, you want to play? I want to play in the NBA. I want to play NFL. Well, play. Y'all got to practice. I'm tired of going bail y'all out. Oh, no, we're not winning that much. Can you come win us a few games for the Saints or for the Pelicans? Well, I'm tired of that. That gas is getting high, too, you see.
Or maybe next time when I go to Dulac, I can drop you off, and then you can just get a hitch.
Yeah, I mean, if y'all on the company gas card, I'm more than willing to go. But can't just be putting all that mileage on my car for a little bit of money like they paid them boys. I'm so frustrated. I'm about to slam my mic down. Look, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for tuning in to the Wet Talk podcast. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break before Nonk loses it on the set. They done made me all frustrated because they can't even pronounce Thibodeau on Espen channel, and we'll be right back with y'all.
How y'all doing? That's Nonk Chauz. Thank y'all for tuning in to our Wet Talk podcast. And be sure y'all visit us at our Facebook. We got Pinterest now too. And we also got the nonkchauz.com off the Electric Interstate. You can listen to the podcast there. And y'all get y'all a shirt. We got some koozies. And our podcast is now available on iTunes. So y'all pass by on the Electric Interstate. It's just a click away, shot. And we love y'all. Au revoir. Bien you are. Bonjour.
Hey, Nonk.
What?
Hey, I got I know you're gonna be mad, but Dr. Peppercorn, she called me today and said she had to come by the shop, T.
Man, Dolla Dawg, I told you, man, last time you brought her on the show, and I know she's nice and she means well, but she tries to tell me how to live my life. You know,
Well-
I've been eating and drinking the way that we drink down here and eat all the food I want.
Well, she's here. She got something. I guess is a big topic. She said she had to come on. Yeah, you know how Dr.
I'll be damned to hell.
Pepper Schnapp is.
You know, I told you to not bring her, but if she has to is that a company thing? That's like a code. That's
Yeah.
one of the rules.
That's one of the things of the company. She has to come and do and make sure you're safe, Sha. So
For the insurance and all that.
I'd like to introduce Dr. Pepper Schnapp herself, the company doctor. How you doing, Doc?
Hi, it's Pekinski, but that's okay. Pekinski. Okay.
Pepper Schnapp?
Hey, no, Pekinski.
Pepsker?
Okay. Is Nonk there? I would really like to speak to Nonk. I have
that's
a.
Well, how you doing? I was just telling Dolla Dawg before he had connected you through. We're so excited to have you back on the show.
Well,
To help with our health and all that.
well, Dr. P, I gotta tell you this. I don't want you to ruin our weekend because I know how you are. I need you to know and make sure this is safe. Patty Boudreaux out of Holly Beach Reynolds invited me and Nonk to Easter bear hunt down in Holly Beach. You think that's gonna be a big issue?
Well, this is why I'm calling today, because I would like to inform Nonk of the allergy season that's really going around now. Now, Nonk, I know you travel a lot, and I know you're planning to travel. So tell me what you do to prevent allergies that are so prominent in Louisiana now.
Well, what I do is I wear, like if I go outside to weed eat, I wear me some sunglasses. That way the grass don't come up in my eye. Because you see, when I get that grass or like a rock flies in my eye, especially rocks, my body is allergic to that. Because my eye will turn real red and it starts itching. And I have to scratch that and try to get Bernice to look in my eye, and I look right, look left. I say, you see that piece of grass in there? She's like, stop moving around, hold your eye open. I said, I can't because I got a piece of grass in my eye. I was weeding. I didn't have my sunglasses on. And she says, look down, look up, look around, and then she'll blow. She blows in my eye, try to get the grass out. So she tells me from now on, she said, you're probably allergic to that grass. That's why your eye's watering up and it's itching. So why don't you wear some sunglasses when you cut your grass?
Oh, well, I don't mean to question Bernice, but I think that's a mechanical irritant to your eye. I don't think you're truly allergic to rocks or grasses. So
I don't know.
Probably,
Dr. Pepper, I don't know. You should see him. Whenever a rock hits him, he looks allergic to that.
no, he's not allergic. That's a mechanical irritant to the eye. That's why it's getting red. But that's okay. Close, very close, very close. What I have here is, what do you think, Nonk, about eating more apples and onions, for example, because they're an excellent source of quercetin, which is really good for countering allergies. Have you heard of that?
What kind of teen was that?
Quercetin. It's a chemical.
Huh?
It's like a quar.
No, not a
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry, Dr. Pinsky. But Dolla Dawg, sometimes you gotta break him down. Let me explain it to him. Quercetin, boy, it's like kerosene, but it's a more fuel efficient green energy.
Oh, okay, that does make better sense. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't explain that well. But onions and apples have it. Now, Nonk, do you eat apples and onions? Because that is a protective way against allergies.
Well, I take my onions and I like to put the onions and I like to fry that. I fry that real good, and I like to dip that in my crawfish dip. It's like a mayonnaise with a little mustard and horseradish and ketchup and a bunch of Tabasco in there, and I'll fry that in like some onion rings or something like that, or I'll take my onions and I'll chop that and put a thick gravy in that with my white rice.
Oh,
but
well, I was thinking
apples, them apples, I don't like the way that feels on my teeth.
Oh, what does it do to your teeth?
It's too I don't like that texture. I feel like Ed the horse when I eat that. Now I like that in the apple pie with a nice buttercream sauce on top.
With a praline ice cream.
Yeah, like sometimes like Dolla Dawg will go over there to somebody's birthday and they cake and ice cream or pie and ice cream and a hot apple pie with some pecan praline ice cream on top. Never hurt nobody, and you're getting your nutrition for your allergies, and
you're getting that Palpatine.
Now let me ask you this: since I know you're so healthy because you're not from here and all that. Now tell me, I don't care how healthy you think you are. You ever had a fish tank?
A fish tank?
Yeah, like a fish tank, like with a goldfish.
No, I have not. A goldfish? Eat a goldfish out of a tank? No, I have never done that.
But you never had a pet goldfish?
A pet goldfish? Yes, I did. And I had a turtle. Okay. I had a pet turtle as well.
Man, that's good. That's good. Man, now let me ask you a question about your allergies.
Right.
Okay, you ready for this? And I know you got a doctor and all that. You ever had algae come up on your glass in your tank?
Never.
You never had green algae grow on your fish tank?
Oh, algae. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a green allergy. Oh,
yeah.
Yes, I've had green.
And you see, everybody, and that's what I was trying to tell her, Dolla Dawg. Everybody has allergies in one way or the other.
Oh, no. We're talking about allergies, an immune response to a stimulant in the environment.
Huh?
an your body's response to something in the environment that it does not like.
Huh?
Very similar to allergies. I bet you're an allergy, but
like mosquitoes. I'm
right.
allergic to that because that itches.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Mosquitoes actually are going to cause another type of irritant. It's not really an allergy. Have you heard, for example, of allergic to penicillin?
Yeah. That's when your bread's bad.
No.
Your bread gets bad and it grows the green and they put that in a pew.
You're looking at the history of how penicillin was discovered, and that's not really how they manufacture it anymore, but kind of similar. Yeah.
So Dr. Pepper Tree.
So her name is Penske, like the moving truck. Dolla Dawg. Pay attention. That's why I don't like all these smart people come on the show. They're trying to teach us, and you're not listening.
Well, Dr. Penske, what do you need to tell us about allergies then?
Well, I just wanted to tell you guys that the top 20 cities in the nation include many cities in Louisiana for allergies this allergy season. So I need you guys to be careful. And here's my take-home message. Lots of pineapple for the pineapple extract, raw, lots of raw apples, and lots of raw onions to keep you safe out there. Those are the best home remedies to prevent allergies.
And what's that going to do for all the little people there, Dr. P?
That's going to prevent flare-ups if they already have allergies, or it's going to minimize their reaction to the environment and to all the allergens in the environment.
Now, I got a question now. What if you're allergic to pineapples, apples, or onions?
Well, you probably shouldn't consume those if you're allergic to them. That is a wonderful point, and I'm very glad you brought that up. You're a thinker, Dolla Dawg. You're a thinker.
Thank you, Dr. P.
Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful trip.
Okay, and don't forget to clean your fish tank.
Yes, I will always clean my goldfish fish tank. Thank you very much, Nonk.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Well, welcome back, and thank y'all for sticking with the show. Y'all know we like to end our little show with the Cajun phrase of the day from Todd Savoy, from Remodeling by Todd Savoy, 224-2032. Todd Savoy, how you doing, boy?
Well, I'm good these days, and you?
Oh, pretty good. Well, we hadn't talked to you in a while, so I hope everything's been all right.
Oh, everybody's good. The old Cajun people would say Sauce Plum. Sauce Plum was Sauce Plum. That was when everybody was picking cotton, and they were just life was good. Everything's good. They were just plucking away, just picking cotton. Sauce Plum. That's a free French phrase of the day right there. That one don't count.
That's like the free spot on a bingo card at the ranch. Well, I heard that a couple of people said they didn't see you at the Sugarcane Festival this past weekend.
Man, I was there.
Y'all had a good time?
Well, I did a little singing contest out there.
Man, come on.
We had a good time.
Man, what you sang here?
I sang some old George Jones, some classic country.
The possum.
Sing us a little. What part of the song you sang? Sing us a little clip. Dolla Dawg, you want to hear just a little clip?
Just a little bit.
Let's see like that. That's but I need 4 walls around me to hold my life. How about that?
Yeah,
I like that.
Hey,
it was a little contest.
Hey, is that true that George Jones he had a studio in Karen Crow, huh?
Yeah, he lived in Karen Crow.
Yeah, he had that old Cadillac that had Possum 1 on the back. That was the license plate.
Oh, I would like to buy that Cadillac. How about?
Ooh.
Man, y'all know I was talking to... I didn't get a chance to tell y'all. I was on a little trip, and I was talking to somebody. Man, you know they used to have a lot of big time... You see, before the Bingo Ranch was the Bingo Hall, that was a big club. I didn't know that in Judice. Right off of Spitfield Span. And George Jones, he was with a little girl from around here, and they said they used to have all kind of big old concerts out there. I want to say Willie Nelson played down here too at the ranch. I'd like to talk to some more of them older people.
I can't think of the guy's name. His name was Ali somebody. From what I understand, it was big time.
Alex Broussard.
That's right. That's
right. He owned the ranch, and they used to have some big time concerts. And now it's a bingo hall.
Well, I hate to go back, but I think I missed the Cajun word of the day. What was that Cajun word of the day again?
We hadn't done it yet,
Oh, y'all hadn't done it? Oh, maybe I was...
Well, before
the person was free. The person was free.
yes.
There was no charge for that. The French phrase of the day today is "reste tranquille."
Restaurant kill.
That's it.
Ja.
And what it means is to when you were a kid, and always go back to when I was a kid because apparently that's when I was the worst. But when you was a kid, your grandma or your grandpa would say "reste tranquille, boy," and that meant to stay still. Be still, do not move an inch. And they say it with some aggression, boy. That's what I'm saying.
Well, Dolla Dawg, you ever got told that before? Or can you maybe use that in a sentence for us?
Say that. Maybe my French ear didn't hear that correctly there, Todd. Can you say that one more time?
Restaurant kill.
That restaurant kill? Say that one more time.
Hey, restaurant kill D, boy. Restaurant kill D.
Restaurant kill.
Like, don't go to that old Mexican restaurant. That restaurant kill.
Kill your stomach.
Kill that porta john.
They make your stomach cut some cartwheels. Make your stomach sing.
Kill that old porta john.
It's gonna give you the squash. It don't give you that. What is it gonna give you? That pet crochet.
Hey, I tell you, Todd, at a restaurant kill. I tell you this story one time. I was at there's a mini. We were some young old snappers. Just still catching turtles in the damn coulee. Me and Nonk. And I stayed at Nonk's house one day, and that old restaurant kill, that old stomach was bubbling, and this is when we still stayed with our mamas, and then that's how young we were. We couldn't even drive yet, and I said, Nonk, hey, that stomach's bubbling, Nonk. He's like, hey, go use that old porta john right there. I went in there, blew it out there, Todd. Hey, blew the hinges off that toilet.
Knocked his cassons right off his
knocked it off. Hey, you know what? Hey, the worst thing too, Todd, would not flush. And I'm like, sweating in there. Hey, sweating. So I run back. I'm like, Nonk's still sleeping. I'm like, Nonk, hey, the toilet blew it up, man. Hey,
that's a true story.
Hey, I blew the hinges off that thing. I mean, it was like evacuation level 5. Hey, before I could turn around, Nonk's mom's in there plunging the toilet out. I swear. Plunging the thing. Hey, elbow deep, cat.
C'est vrai.
So that's a restaurant kill right there. Is that what you're talking about?
Stop it, Tim.
Is that the same thing?
You got to be kidding me.
Hey, that's a true story, Todd.
I believe.
Is that what a restaurant kill is?
Man, and you know what? That's my mama's old country girl. They don't make them like that no more. After that, she washed her hands real good. She scrubbed that. She got finished cooking that lunch.
You know what I gotta ask you? You know, you said that's when y'all were catching turtles in the ditch. Was that not like the best part of life when you were a kid? Playing in the ditch. That's sad.
Barefoot
too. Everywhere, huh?
Hey, barefoot too.
Oh yeah.
And we used to get so excited when it flooded too. You can.
I gotta tell you this. Somebody told me that the other day. I thought that was so funny because anyway, we were talking and he said, "Oh, I like to catch that and eat that." I said, "Come on, son. I never had no turtle." And he goes, "Oh yeah." I said, "So what's the best one?" So he says, "You got the loggerhead, and then you got the what's that other one called, though?"
No, alligator snapper.
Alligator snapper. And then I said, "Oh yeah, the ones that we used to catch in the ditch." Now look, this must be coon ass Cajun to the max. I said, yeah, those red ear turtles. He says, what? I said, yeah, the red ear. Did y'all call them red ear turtles?
Yeah, that's what they are.
He said, the turtle ain't got no ears.
Well, they can hear you coming.
That's them loggerheads, boy. They call that them red ears.
Hey, so that's what a restaurant kill is?
That's exactly what it is. It means to be still, stay still, and do not move.
Oh yeah, your stomach hurting like that. You go to a bad restaurant, you ain't gonna be moving too much.
I don't think I'm gonna be going to a crawfish restaurant this coming soon, boy.
Why not?
No, because
they're knocking the socks off the price right now, boy.
Yeah, because today, Dolla Dawg, I know you're out of town. The weather dropped down and got its eagle on this morning. That weather got real bad last night. C'est parle de tonnerre, de pluie, c'est vent. Everything just picked up. The weather went from hot to cold like that. And it's freezing.
And you know what? Hey, Dolla Dawg, you know what happens when it gets cold, huh?
What's that, Chef?
Them crawfish go back into their holes.
Oh.
And we got Good Friday coming up and Easter. Them crawfish gonna be so hard, it's gonna be ridiculous.
That Crawfish Festival is coming up soon too. I think it's the first weekend in May, Chef.
Oh yeah, but they're gonna go down. After Easter.
Yeah. Lent.
And a good way to think about that is every time the crawfish go down, the price goes up. You see?
That's right.
That's right, Chef.
It's kind of like your cork goes down, your pole goes up. It's the same concept. You see, that's how they base their pricing on everything in life. Oil, your crawfish, all that stuff. It all relates back to the cork and the pole when you're fishing. You see, and that's how they use that when they had the board meetings for the oil prices too. You see, and I'm glad old Brent Carlson. Him and his cousins, they're supposed to have me 2 sacks on reserves for Easter. I have my sisters, all her little kids, my brother-in-laws and all that for Easter. We had put 2 sacks on reserve. We was gonna go, the weather's been warm, and a couple of my little nephews, they're young, you see, they had never been crabbing. So me and my brother-in-laws, we had got together a while back, and we said we were gonna take them. And they said, well, everybody's off Good Friday, so let's go Saturday. Let's wake up early Saturday, go crabbing. We already got the crawfish, so we don't catch no crabs. We boil the crawfish. If we catch crabs, we're gonna boil crabs and maybe catch some shrimp and some crawfish. Have a big shebang. But if that weather don't warm up tomorrow, I mean, I don't see no sense in going out there. Them crabs ain't gonna be running. You see?
That's a good point. That's heartfelt right there. I think I see a tear in your eye there, no?
Yeah, man. Tell you what, it's a bummer like that. We're gonna have to do some other stuff. Maybe play some pocky. Todd won in 19. I think it was 96. Todd, correct me if I'm wrong. Todd won the Plaquemine Parish pocky tournament for Easter when he was a little younger.
I still got that trophy, but I gotta tell you, Nonk, I kind of cheated like that. They don't know that. I still hold the title, and I'm not gonna do like a Reggie Bush or George Bush and give that title back. You know what they say to do, huh?
Well, maybe you gotta tell your fans they're not as diverse in the Cajun ways what pake and them eggs mean. You know?
It's a game you play. You pick up an egg, I pick up an egg, and
a bald egg.
One bald egg, yeah. And what you do is you hold your egg, and the person, the other person hits it on top. Not hard, just tap. And whoever egg breaks loses. Well, in '96, I got to the semifinals with my egg, but what had happened was I didn't tell you this, Nonk, and I know that's been a couple of years back. I used the guinea egg.
Oh.
Yeah, and guinea eggs are a little bit smaller. They're a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, you can win with a bantam egg or a guinea egg every year.
Well, let me
ask
you
this. They got that point on the top. So if you're a little kid and you really want to win that pocket tournament, you got to get you a bantam chicken egg or a little guinea chicken egg, and if you're gonna dye it, nobody's gonna really know. You just hold it low in the pocket. But you know what we used to do when we pocket? My nana used to do this, and I never tried it. I don't know how she did that. Pass a good laugh on that. Take that. She take like a little needle. She take that yolk out that egg. Talk about to take some time, and she put some confetti in that egg. And when they go to Pacayeda, that gets all over the house like that.
That's some talent right there.
Man, that's true.
Well, let me ask you this. There's a couple techniques, some old Cajun techniques. Have you ever heard of these? There's 2 that I know of, and then Todd probably knows a few more. One, boil your eggs in a lot of salt, and the other one I heard, boil your eggs in baking soda. It's supposed to make you sure. You ever heard anything like that?
I've heard about the salt. I tell you this. You know what else I do is if you got a chicken that's not laying a real tough egg, it's true. They can lay like a water bag. I've seen the egg. You gotta feed them oyster shell, and it builds up the calcium in them. So what I do before the contest, I go to my shed, I pick up the oyster shells, I look around, make sure nobody's around, and then I bring my eggs. I got them marked in the bottom, you see. And I tell you something else, Dollar, when y'all play this week, what you do is you don't give somebody a big target. That's the catch, man. You see, you hold it real tight, and you don't give them big target. You know what I'm talking about, no?
You support that stuff. Not them oyster shells. You gotta crush them up. You crush
Oh
them
yeah,
up.
oh yeah. You gotta eat. Oh yeah, they don't eat the. I can see chicken on the rock.
Does your chickens know how to shuck oysters? Because that'd be a big talent. That'd be save a lot of money.
Hey, I'm gonna have to work on that one, though. I'm gonna have to work on that.
If you could train some of your chickens to do them oysters, I think you'd get more field trips. Them kids would like to watch that.
But yeah, that was a good year in '96. I had made it to the semifinals a couple of times, but that was my year. You know.
That's nice.
You know what I can remember as a kid, yo. My mama, she would only put she wouldn't die. We wouldn't dye too many eggs. My mom was not she didn't care too much about doing a lot of eggs. But my grandmother, though, and by the way, I never told you my grandma's name. You know what my grandma's name was? F.A. Savoy. Go ahead and figure on that one, huh? If that ain't Cajun, E-F-F-I-E, F.A. But what she would do is, everything was always in an abundance. She'd do about 5 dozen eggs, okay? This is so old in Cajun, y'all ain't gonna believe. We'd get to the house, and she had dyed 5 or 6 dozen eggs. And guess what? Coffee grinds.
Oh, you and your grandma with them coffee grinds. She used coffee grinds on
I'm telling you, brother.
everything.
Say whatever.
She solve every problem with coffee grind.
No, it's true. She'd have all that already done for us, and that was from saving all that coffee, bro.
So what'd she do with the coffee grinds?
That's how she would dye the egg.
Oh, with the coffee grinds. Oh, that's pretty.
In the grinds, it would brown up the egg. You know, a white egg.
You know what my mom would dye her eggs with?
What's that?
With her dip juice. She'd spit that in a can and she'd dip them eggs in that. It was good.
In what?
Dip juice. When she dipped, she'd save that juice. What?
And that's who taught you how to dip, boy.
Yeah, my mom. She dip everything. Skull dip, snuff juice, the old tobacco. She just grab a tobacco.
You know what they're using now, huh?
Mm-mm.
They're using ties.
They're using
like
what?
a man's tie, a cravat, you know? Cravat.
To dip? They dip ties?
They take a tie, a man's tie, and they cut it up, and then they wrap the egg with that, and you balls it or whatnot. The dye comes off of the tie.
Oh.
And it probably makes some pretty patterns, like some plaid.
Oh, Matilda don't want to stop with that right now.
Man, she's gonna waste all y'all ties.
I tell you one thing: if you want to mess your kids up, Easter egg hunting. Know what you do?
What?
You dye your eggs camouflage and then go Easter egg hunting. It take them about 3 weeks to find all them eggs.
Well, what you do is the money that you get, you go to your brothers and your sisters and everybody and you say, hey, let's put up some money for the kids. And then see you have a tough year. You hadn't been hot shotting a lot, Dolla Dawg, Todd, maybe nobody's house needs remodeling. And you get all the money from your sisters and everything for the kids. We're going to put a big Easter egg hunt. Y'all give me the money. You camouflage, you get the real tree, or if you want to do an old camouflage. The kids get tired, the mosquitoes get out, it's dark. Oh, y'all must have found all the eggs. And you go the next day, and you keep that money for yourself, you see.
That's Canal for Easter. Oh, no.
Well, I'm just saying, if times get tough, it's not like you're not keeping the money in your family.
Right.
You can make an egg salad with that or something?
They'd probably give it to you, but why ask?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So if y'all want to come over for Easter this year, y'all are more than welcome.
Now, Nonk, to change the subject, I know I went over there earlier working on your fence. Why you didn't call Todd over there to help you with that old fence?
Well, Todd works hard all week, and I don't want to ask him on his day off to do some more work, you see, because everybody does something different. Todd's always working on that construction. Man, I just had to put up a little bit of fence on my sides of my house. Man, can y'all believe that that was on TV, on KTC? Them people stealing stuff out of people's boats, and they stealing packages, UPS and all that. They stealing packages off people's doorsteps and all that. So I had to put me a little fence up on my house. I'm not going to let them just come walk back there. I got my garden back there. They're gonna come back there, take all my eggplants and my cucumbers and all that. I work hard with that. I water that every day before I go to bed.
You know times are changing when you gotta do that. In the olden days, I'll never forget. My grandpa told me one time, "Let him come in the house. I'm gonna pull a bullet in his head." Just like that. I'm like, "Pop, over that."
Well, Todd, the only reason I bring that up, Nonk, he's a good carpenter and everything, but I went over there, one side of the fence looks straight. I mean, it looks like professionals put it up. But I think Nonk might have had too many juice pops. The end of that fence look almost sideways there, Todd.
It was crushed?
He might have had too many juice. He might have thought that was straight, but that thing cattywampus on him there.
Well, it's not the point that it's Paka looking. The point is, I was doing that. That's some art. I've been studying modern art, Dolla Dawg. I don't appreciate you talking about my art. I wanted that fence to go down and back up.
Hey,
you see, that's more of an artistic. You don't understand that you caught in the old fashioned fences, the straight, everything square. I'm trying to get away from that.
Todd, that one corner look perfect. The other corner look crooked, but he got a trash can full of juice pop cans. Well, how you figure that?
Hey, all I gotta know is, did you use a string now?
Well, I kind of ran out of string. I had used that for some turkey necks. I had a half a roll of string.
He eyeballed that.
I had an old string with an old turkey neck, but I had to throw that out. The answer got to that.
Hey, most carpenters, can eyeball that straight line, but I think not crooked eyed that thing.
Well, I figured it worked for Jean Lafitte in the Pirates, so I figured I was going to try to one-eye that.
I think you need to go check that out, Todd. I think maybe you can help old Nonk out.
I'm going to have to make a pass.
Man, speaking of making a pass, let's talk about the Play Lunch Player of the Week. Me and Todd Savoy from Remodeling by Todd Savoy and his 24 Cajun Carrot work crew. We, once a week, we'd like to make us a little pass at a Play Lunch palace in Lafayette. Sometimes we go to some other cities too, and depending on where they're working at. Well, this week we passed by the one and only Dwight's right there by Doug Ashley on Johnson Street.
Fancy.
And let me tell you, talk about got fancy. Kenny Lano, one of the carpenters that owns that little Lano's on Field Span, he remodeled that thing. Let me talk about the outsides remodeled, the insides remodeled. They got some some vintage fans in there running on the belts. They got some all kind of talk about artwork in there. Nice little place. Me, myself, then they had a lot of options. And the ladies over there are real friendly. Right when you walk in, you don't play around. You open that door, it's like you get sucked into that. You get right into the food line. There ain't no go sit down and what you want, your ice water, you want a lemon and all that. You get right to the food, you get right down to business. They even had some little cakes and all kind of stuff. But they had some options. I believe it was on maybe a Friday or something. So they had a lot of seafood. I couldn't make up my mind. The little lady was so nice. She said, what can I help you with? I said, well, I want some poisson frit. They had some fried catfish. But I said, man, I want something to go on the side of it. Oh, man, no problem. She was real nice. I got the fried catfish. And on the side, I got me a scoop of rice with some shrimp and crab stew. Shrimp and crab stew with that. Came with 2 sides. I had the corn and the coleslaw. And they gave me some pan maillé, like for a little bread roll after that and a drink. But and talk about clear my plate, right?
Dolla Dawg. I know you like to go to Dulac every dang day. But boy, this Friday I take the day off and go eat over there for lunch. I'm telling you, I'm 37 years old. I don't think, not counting my mama, I've ever eaten an etouffee that good in my life.
Oh,
I think the crawfish etouffee partner. Hey,
you know what?
A little kick in the end.
Todd, I was thinking I got another business idea for you.
Scott.
Well, that chocolate that you put on ice cream and it hardens up?
Magic shell.
The magic shell, right? What if we had a magic shell crawfish etouffee? Choo! That'd be good. Put that on the rice and it just harden up like that. Good crunch to it.
They doing everything with that 825.
Oh, I love that. I put that on my cheesecake. I put that on everything.
I've been knowing Dolla Dawg a long time. I even seen him one time. He took his two little fingers and kind of like when you walk in church and you just kind of tap that holy water. He put that in that 825, just a little on his fingertips. He rubbed that on each side of his neck. I said, man, Dolla Dawg, what you doing? You just took your bath. You about to go to the dance club. He said, give me a woman like that. Boy, we laughed and we laughed. And sure enough, next thing you know, he brought him a nice looking little woman home that next day.
Hey, she had to have been Cajun.
Oh, yeah, Cajun, true. Love that.
She was a little thick. But she was nice.
It's okay, it's okay.
She was nice. She had a nice personality, Edie.
Well,
he likes his potato salad thick, and he likes his women thick. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, before we get off, we hadn't had a podcast in a while, so we got a lot of catching up to do. So y'all know what time it is?
Dolla Dawg news time.
Oh, Dolla Dawg news time. Well, unfortunately, I got some sad news for you boys. It's gonna be sad. It's gonna be hard to hear this, but I don't know if you heard this. I'm getting a little choked up now. The Ultimate Warrior died.
Oh, man, that's sad.
The Ultimate Warrior died on 8 April. An autopsy report has confirmed American pro wrestler icon, the Ultimate Warrior, died of a massive heart attack. TMZ reports the medical examiner who conducted the autopsy concluded there was no foul play in the death of Ultimate Warrior born James Bryan Hellwig, who died suddenly on 8 April. No drugs or alcohol were in the star system at the time. The medical examiner officially classified the death as cardiovascular disease, otherwise known as heart disease. He was reportedly clutching his chest outside an Arizona hotel at the time of his death. Known for his face paint, which appeared to pay homage to the warrior culture, like the Warrior was an icon to pro wrestling fans. WWE is shocked and deeply saddened to learn of the passing of one of the most iconic WWE superstars ever, the Ultimate Warrior. WWE said in a statement after his death. How y'all taking that?
Well, tell you what, growing up, that was my cousin Casey. I used to have the wrestling buddy with that. That's sad to hear because when I was little, I just remember him always shaking that rope, and I appreciated Ultimate Warrior because he didn't take no lip from nobody, and man, he was a man of few words.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't beat around the bush and everything. He got down to business, and he meant business. Now, Dolla Dawg, did they say how old the Ultimate Warrior was?
Yeah, he was 54. He had a wife, Deanna, and his 2 daughters. So
that's sad.
Listen. I mean, I'm totally blown away by this. We went to SmackDown on the 7th at the Cajun Dome, and I don't know if you know, they had I think it was I can't think of what their stuff is. WrestleMania at the Superdome. See, I'm looking at the calendar.
Yeah, that was just recently.
On the 6th, and then they did Monday Night Raw on the 7th, and then on the 8th they taped for SmackDown, and I was at the Cajun Dome for that, and he was on there. I think with WrestleMania they went ahead and they honored him. I think he got inducted into their Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
So man, can you imagine all that?
Yeah, the Warrior had the opportunity to take his rightful place in WWE Hall of Fame, and also was able to appear in WrestleMania 30 and Monday Night Raw to address his legions of fans. That was just a few nights prior.
And listen, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You know, in a couple of the past podcasts, y'all asked me my favorite wrestler of all time, and I said Andre the Giant. But Ultimate Warrior popped in my head, and Hogan was there for SmackDown.
Would y'all say?
I was pretty. I can't believe he passed away. It's hard to hear.
Yeah, man, Todd keeps up with his wrestling, and I mean, maybe y'all can chime in on that. But yeah, they all feel. I don't feel like they had the good characters like they had, and maybe that's because we were kids and we was young. But it seems like nowadays they don't have the characters. Everybody looks, everybody's real clean cut. Nobody has a real character. It's just, man, I don't know.
You know who they inducted into the Hall of Fame too?
Who's that? Coco Freebird?
Snake Roberts.
Oh, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Snake Roberts, boy.
And they had a Jake the Snake. I used to have a little funny car. I mean, y'all used to go to the funny car races when y'all was little? The drag races?
I've never been.
They had a Jake the Snake Roberts drag racer, ED.
Hey, I tell you, Todd, if you like Jake Jake the Snake. There's a good documentary to watch. I know y'all gonna be surprised. Dollar watch documentaries, but it's a wrestling documentary. It's called Beyond the Mat, and they highlight Jake the Snake, and Jake's not looking too good in that documentary, sure. But he's getting his stuff together now.
Hey, you know what? Well, I'm gonna have to check that out. They're actually doing a throwback with Mean Gene and like six Roddy Piper. It's like it's a reality show. That's coming out. It's gonna be hilarious.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, since the Ultimate Warrior, so I went back and did a little research for y'all. So the Ultimate Warrior's first fight was on August 29th, 1988. That's how long he's been wrestling. The Ultimate Warrior makes an impact at his first ever SummerSlam by affiliating the Intercontinental Champion, blasting the Honky Tonk Man out of his blue suede shoes. The fringes. Yeah, blew the Honky Tonk Man up. The fringe ascending the Warriors ring gear, whips the powerhouse, ends the slick-haired superstar's near 15-month reign in about 30 seconds, becoming the new champion. He blew up the Honky Tonk Man in 30 seconds, no?
I came to the stage, came onto the scene quick. I mean, he had that image, and he's always in tip-top shape. He was a big man.
Oh, he had some veins, T-boy. His veins would stick out past his arm a long shot. He had them straps around the top of his biceps, his like Indian style boots. He was running to the stage.
Yeah, one thing I gotta ask, and even when I was a little kid, I never understood this. They had the championship, and then they had only the Intercontinental Champion. It wasn't between continents. It was only the Intercontinental Championship.
No, boy, you're thinking of something else. That's the Intercoastal Canal Championship. That's the Intercoastal Canal. They would fight for different sides. The east side of the canal and the west side. The Intercoastal. Yeah, that's something different. You're probably thinking of Jared. Jared's from there, the Iberia area. He might have told you about that, Dolla Dawg.
Maybe so.
Hey, you know who made an impact?
Who's that?
I don't know if you're gonna have to think back. How about Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Sure. How about that? Oh man, yeah. I like.
You know what he'd do after he'd win Dolla Dawg?
What do you do?
He'd take out his scissors and cut your hair. He'd take a little bit of hair with his left.
Or I remember when I was little. One time I went away for my mama to get off of work. I tried to cut my hair. She made me go to school for the whole for the rest of the week with some gapped hair.
Oh yeah, you mess around with your hair, your mama will make you do that. Y'all want me to read y'all another Ultimate Warrior fight?
Yeah.
On March 21st, 1991, rivals at the top of their games, the Ultimate Warrior and the Macho Man Randy Savage collide in about oh yeah, they collide in about that will force the loser into retirement. With much grand stakes at WrestleMania 7, the Titans absorb onslaughts that seemingly no man could withstand. Warrior endures multiple flying elbow drops from the airborne Savage and recovers with a series of body tackles that seals his victory over his nemesis.
And so, the body tackles are more powerful than the flying elbows.
Those flying elbows are dirty.
Well, I mean, he said they recovered and stuff like that. Dusty Rhodes had a nice elbow. Some people had, that was their power move back then. And now they got some tricky moves. They got the Karen Crow hop. Yeah. They got the Delcom drill pipe layer.
Don't forget about the Calcasieu Crawfish claw.
Yeah, they got the Calcasieu Crawfish claw. The Zawali sidestep and sidewinder. The Satsuma smasher. They got all kind of moves like that.
The Plaquemine power punch.
Yeah.
Oh, I love all those moves.
The Maurice
hard to get out of? You know which one was hard to get out of?
What's that?
The Boston Crab.
And I never seen a human being get out of it. And I'm talking about you, that Dolla Dawg, with Ric Flair. How about that figure four?
Oh, I could get out of that. I could get out of the figure four.
You remember you could reverse that, remember?
Oh yeah, hey, Ric Flair can reverse it. He cut you down with that karate, that old chest chop right there.
And there's one thing you got to remember whenever you used to wrestle, when they used to wrestle Ric Flair, if y'all ever come across him in the street, you know what that one thing is? To beat a man, you got to beat the man. And I mean, that's as true as it gets right there. Man, while we're talking about wrestling, I never thought we'd be talking about wrestling on that Nonk Show, but while we're talking about wrestling, who y'all think was the the baddest villain, the baddest bad guy?
Oh, I got mine. I know who it is.
Go ahead, Dollar. Go for it, babe.
That'd be Razor Ramon.
Oh, with that toothpick.
That toothpick, hey, that razor's edge.
He might have had a fetish for play lunches too. Maybe we can hire him on the Word crew and get him for our play lunch player meeting.
Well, with that said, and the podcast listeners are going to have to go back right here. To me, the biggest villain had to have been Kamala.
Oh.
Kamala. I don't know if you remember that.
With the mask and the white face paint.
Well, what he'd do is he'd stomach slam y'all. That's not even called a body slam. He'd slam him down, and after he'd slam him, it was over. You know, he'd just be laying there, okay? But everybody he'd wrestle against, they'd wear a mask. He'd take that mask off, boy. I think that's the best villain, Nonk. I don't know about you. What you got?
What about this old school one? The Total Package. Lex Luger.
He was a villain?
Oh, yeah.
He went bad, boy. He went bad.
He went so bad he turned into
But
Nitro
he was good,
over there,
too, though. He was good, too, though. I don't consider him a true villain.
And who does they got in Lafayette? They got a picture of him on the wall in there.
Okay, if I can't use him, then I'm gonna use Jim Cornette. Remember with the what's the one with the megaphone?
Bobby the Brain Heenan?
No, Jimmy Hart. Yeah, that megaphone, that manager.
Oh, Jimmy Hart, yeah.
He'll pass you.
Didn't that chap look like a tennis player, Jimmy Hart?
Yeah, and he'd have that racket. He'd hit you with that racket on the side of the head while you would.
What about Ravishing Rick Rude?
Huh? Hey, I like some Rick Rude, bro.
What about some Coco Free Bird?
I remember Coco coming out doing the bird.
Was he?
No, he wasn't a villain. I just thought that I used to think highly of Coco Free Bird.
Hey, you know what we forgot about? Talking about all them people, they're embarrassed to mention his name. About JYD.
Junkyard Dog. I took a picture on his lap at the Norgate Mall. How many podcast listeners? And I got the picture, and I remembered I was missing a tooth. My nan and parent took me over there in the Norgate Mall. He was really from Lafayette. Poor Junkyard Dog. He passed away a good while back too. I want to say a car accident. That was a while. Man, I'm telling y'all, that was probably about 12, 13 years ago, maybe longer than that. He lived in Lafayette. But
you know what else I noticed going to the Cajun Dome? Yeah, they got some people that take that really seriously, yeah, bro.
Oh, man, Man, Dolla Dawg, you think that's fake? Some people say that wrestling's fake.
That's not fake. I mean,
that's
why?
Real.
If it is fake, let me ask you this: why would they have belts? Why would they have championships if it's fake?
Yeah, that's true. And if it was fake, why would they pay him to do that?
Millions of dollars.
Man, I wanna do my. Y'all think maybe we can get Nonk into the wrestling thing? You think I got the boots to go with my outfit?
Oh, them white boots.
What would be your move though, Nonk?
Huh?
What would be your move?
I'd probably say the Delcom Dumpling Digger.
How would that look?
How about a DDT?
Man, yeah, that's a good one too, the DDT. But I think that Delcom Dumpling Dunker.
I think
Delcom Dumpling Dunker, and you put that head. You take them two ropes. You put that head between them two ropes. And you move them ropes opposite each other, avec comme ça, yeah? And then you go behind him.
You got the head in there?
Yeah, you kick him in the stomach, and he can barely breathe. Then you take a bucket of water, you put his face in there, and you say, you want me to dunk that some more? And you keep bushing his head up inside that 5-gallon bucket full of water.
I like it.
That sounds cruel and unusual punishment.
Make him give, BD.
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to break onto the scene.
I think you would be a high flyer though. I think you would come with that old that.
You know who's back? Hey, you know who's back? The high flyer that's back, huh?
Who's that?
The latest and greatest WWE comeback star.
Ricky the Steamboat.
Rob Van Dam.
Rob Van Dam.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's the younger brother.
He looks that's the they say that, but he's not. He looks like it. But what he does, that's what he's known for, is high flying.
You know,
he jumps off that, and he does his legs like some frogs in the air.
You know, they say I look like a young Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Or like you mean like your physique or your face?
My physique.
Well, speaking of the Van Dammes, isn't that crazy? You got Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's a Thibodeau master, whatever. He does all that Thibodeau. Then you got Rob Van Dam is a wrestler, and then you got Kevin Van Dam is a bass fisherman. Man, them three brothers diverse.
Or they can fish, they can hunt, and they can wrestle.
Yeah, man, that's like a royalty thing.
It might be triplet. That might be triplet.
Yeah. Well, Dolla Dawg, you got any more news stories? If not, I know Matilda and Bernice, they getting restless in there. They need us to go. You know, y'all need to go pick up in here. You need to pick up in there. Man, I know you stay up all night. I know you still on your run right now. You're hot shot. You can't sleep, man. You talk all night, you.
All night long. I'm on the CB now.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
give me a little call.
Man, what channel you on?
I'm on 18. I'm always on 18. Everybody know that.
Hey, I think Dolla Dawg, they have on the CBs now. They got HD channels.
Yeah.
And they call that HDCB.
HDCB. It comes in high def. Comes in clear.
Where's she twinning?
HDCB or HDCB.
HDCB channel. T.
So ED.
T. HD.
EDHDCB or EDCB.
CBHD T.
ED. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all again for tuning in to our Wed Talk. And now that Nonk's back in town like that, we're gonna try to start coming back at y'all like a ping pong ball in a Chinese ping pong tournament. And we love y'all, and y'all have a good Easter shot, and y'all don't kill too many bunnies, because we got to save some for next winter. Au revoir, viens voir. Bonne chance. Bye-bye.
I had that monkey cheek. Social media and your girls, tie your apron tight. It's that play lunch attack, it goes to Sunday night. Now do the play lunch attack, you do the play lunch attack. You got to show up early Sunday if you want to hit that stack. Now do the play lunch attack, you do the play lunch attack. You got to show up early Sunday if you want to hit that stack. Show up early Sunday if you want to hit that stack.
Hey, how y'all doing? This is a commercial, and y'all listening to Nonk Chaux's silky smooth God-given gift of a voice. But this could be your voice. This could be your commercial. All you gotta do is let us know on our Fache book. We're just a click away. You wanna run a little ad campaign on here, or you want Nonk to do a commercial for you? Sure, Nonk don't mind. Just let Nonk know, sure. Y'all can page me, come pass by my house after bingo session lets out, or y'all can just click on the Fache book and look us up on the electric interstate. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
You got to show up early Sunday if you want to hit that stack. Now do the play lunch attack. You do the play lunch attack. You got to show up early Sunday if you want to hit that stack. Show up early Sunday if you want to hit that stack. Hey. Man, I hope y'all like my little song. I'll do one more little verse for y'all. This one goes out to Big Dave Thibodeau, Sports Talk 1420, helping me out there. Now do like Big Dave said, hit Porsches in Bridge. You need a play lunch to throw up in your fridge, cause I demand you go get your travailler. So just put your plate lunch in the microwave. Put your plate lunch in the microwave. Put your plate lunch in the microwave. To the fellas in the back slaving over the pit, take your little break and put you in a dip. To the ladies in the front, tie your aprons tight, cause that play lunch attack and goes through Sunday night.